So I've got an interesting video today. I think possibly I have drilled through a drainage pipe in my wall here. And the reason I suspect that is I was coming into the garage just a few days ago and I could hear the water in the drainage pipe, as you do sometimes as it drains down pipes and walls, but it seemed a little louder than I expected. And then I thought to myself, well, where is that drain? And then I saw that I have this battery charging station drilled right here. But as you can see, some of these, I have these pop-outs from the drywall screws here. And you can also see a screw here next to the electrical outlet. So you likely have your studs here and here. Now it could be possible you'd have a stud right here as well, just less likely. But it's also possible that when you use a stud finder, or me, because I'm the one that installed this, that the stud finder picked up on the drainage pipe. I wasn't thinking, and the screws, when they went into the PVC, felt kind of like a stud, and then you've got this installed here, but you actually have holes in the drainage pipe. Now the other thing that made me think, well, I probably did put holes in there, is in the basement, which just below this is my workshop, I had a leak of some kind that I could never identify. So I had a shelf in the basement, and every once in a while the tools would get slightly rusty there. So let's go take a look at that and see if we have any evidence that there is a leak here, and then also, if there is, I'm going to open up this wall and see what's behind it. I'm in the workshop here now, and this is where the drain line comes from the garage down into the ceiling of the shop. And actually I had a shelf here in the past before I had cabinets in here, and I had tools up there, and every once in a while they would get flash rusting on them, and also sometimes there was a plastic case and it would look like there was evidence of evaporation, like there was water on it that evaporated. I never saw any actual water. And I looked up here, right, and I'm like, is it one of these supply lines? Is it the drain here? I never found any water or small drips, so I didn't think that I really just couldn't solve where that was coming from. But let's actually take a look up here, or feel back here, and actually, that's some insulation. The paper backing on it is completely wet, so there's definitely water coming down there. And I don't know, maybe it's gotten worse, or maybe the water's just collecting down there. It's hard to say when we open it up, though. It's possible that pipe is cracked, or also maybe the screws in the hole there, maybe that's why it was a little louder. The water is kind of hitting the screws and it's splashing off the sides of the drain pipe, which made it a little more obvious to me. And also maybe it's just seeping out. Maybe it's just a little capillary action that's pulling a little bit of water at a time out. And maybe when we have a bath or something like that up there and there's a lot of drainage, you get a lot more seeping, and then it just sits in this wall. So hopefully we don't have too much damage. But let's take a look in there and see what we can find. So I'm going to take this bottom screw out, and I kind of have a feeling that the end of the screw might have some corrosion. Huh. Well, it's definitely a little moist, so I think we definitely hit a pipe there, but I was expecting a little more corrosion, but maybe this screw is just a little more corrosion resistant than it's advertised as. So let's go ahead and take the rest of this off and then get the wall opened up. All right, the moment of truth. Interesting. So, as you can see, the paper here looks like it's rotted out, which is interesting. It almost looks like it's burned, but it's probably just blackened from rot. And then you can see we have two holes here into the pipe. So I think I'm actually going to take all of this drywall out to make sure I don't have any rotting down on any of the wood there. Make sure this is all safe. Okay, so we've got the wall opened up, and as you can see, we do have some water here and a little bit of rot and some rust on this plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this out, and since this could be some sewage, I'm going to spray this with some antibacterial, and then I'm going to go and pick up something to patch this with. So there's a couple different ways to do this. You could cut this out. That's probably what a plumber would do. They'd cut this out and put a patch in. Some people would maybe use some epoxy that's specifically made for this. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to create a couple of patches I can put over this, and I'll show you that after I go pick up those parts. So what I've picked up here is a pass-through coupling. So this has a smooth interior, and what I'm going to do is, that can't cover up both those holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half so that I have two pieces, and I'm also going to cut out a notch in here so that it can actually slip around the pipe and should just snap in place. And then what I'll do is I will just use some glue to get that in place. So first I'm going to cut it with my saw here, and then we can get that attached. Now I'll just do a quick dry fit. As you can see, they snap in place. So now I'm just going to prep these a little further. So they have pretty rough edges here, and obviously you wouldn't need to use an electrical saw. You could cut that by hand, it just might take a little longer. And I'm just going to deburr this with some sandpaper. Take off some of the rough edges. Okay, they should be all set. So now we're just going to prep and put them on the pipe. So the pipe has been cleaned up a bit, and I also have some purple primer and also some regular PVC cement, and that's what we're going to use to put these couplings on. So I'm going to start at the top here. Start with some primer. We also want to put some primer on the actual coupling. Then we're going to move on to the cement. We're also going to apply that to both the pipe and to the coupling. We want to make sure that we get enough right around that hole there. That's the most essential part. And the interior of the coupling. Let me just snap it in place, twist it a bit, and hold it for about probably 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, first one is in place. Now I'm just going to repeat that for the second coupling. Okay, well, we are all set. So that is a pretty easy way to patch that up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to do a little more work on the drywall, get ready for the patch that I'm going to have to do. And I'm also going to spray the wood here that seems a little rotted and wet with some antibacterial. And then I'm going to put a fan on this so that everything can dry out for 24 or 48 hours before I actually drywall this up and patch everything. So this is actually a pretty easy fix to do. The hard part is going to be actually identifying if you have an issue, especially one like this where you have a really slow drip and it's not causing a ton of damage. But once you've identified the issue, doing the actual patch is actually pretty quick. The hardest part is probably just doing the drywall. So hopefully for anybody out there that accidentally screws through some of their PVC piping in their wall, this is an easy way to fix that. Thanks.